Good morning, YouTube. I have to tell you all that the power of intention is very strong. It is 5:23 a.m. Yesterday I set a schedule for myself, and the schedule was actually for me to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and use the bathroom and do my hygiene and cleaning and work with my plants and all of that stuff. But I, the overachiever that I am, have been up since about 4:30 this morning. So the power of intention is strong. I never get up this early. With my hiatus that I've been taking, I've been actually going to bed this late. So that's just absolutely awesome. You could say God woke you up or whatever woke you up, but the power of intention. I intended. I wrote down. That's why writing is so important. So I'm going to encourage anybody out there that is a writer by nature. Um, to continue writing. My writing was barred again because of the legal system. They told, the judge told me never to write anything down. And I was like, why would he say something like that? And he was saying it like he's on your side. But those things that are given to you naturally, like I said, there's a lot of misperceptions, misleading things, and a lot of it's just horrible things in the legal system. But what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to focus on the good and just keep it from there. But if something is in your nature to do, do it. Writing is very important. The history of writing for me, as you know, I'm South Korean and African American. And my first 6 years, immediately after military family, immediately after I was born, we moved to Seoul. My father was stationed there. And in South Korea, they have this first year celebration called Dole, and I may be mispronouncing because it's been a while since I've been around my mom or anybody Korean, for that matter, in a personal way. But that celebration, you're dressed in traditional Korean clothing, depending on whether you're a male or a female. You're surrounded by all of these different things, food and notebooks and pen and doctor's items, and just all of these different things. And the Korean custom is that the first thing that you touch when all these items are placed around you, that's what your destiny is going to be in your life. That's what your profession or career is going to be. The first thing I touched was a book, and a pen and a paper. It's so sad to me that sometimes our history, we go through so much, sometimes we forget it. But it was either a book or a pen and a paper or both. I don't remember. But that has always been my thing, and I didn't even know it. But my mom told me when I was about 8 or 9 because she noticed I was always reading, to the point where it annoyed her, because she was just like, and my dad, both my mom and the dad were annoyed. It was like, Morty, well, my mom, Morty, she was speaking in Korean, and now I have to tell you I've lost a lot of it. But she was telling me in Korean, you can't sit in here and read all day long. Go outside and play, you know. And then my dad, he looked at my mom and he saw that she was really, angry about that. So he was just like, Maria, it's not healthy for you to sit around in the house like that. You're a child. Go outside and play. And so my mom would tell me to go, and so I would put my book away and I'd go outside and I'd just sit on the porch, or I'll take my book and sit on the porch and read. And I could hear my dad telling my mom, lock the door, lock the door, so she doesn't sneak back in. So, normally where children are being encouraged by their parents to read more, I mean, I guess mine was just so to the point that my mom was just like, no, go outside and play. And I would be sneaky and I would sneak a book outside. Now it's just simply just sit on the porch, where, you know, they didn't recognize what I was doing. So, and then like in my teen years, I wrote poetry. Oh gosh, I love to write poetry. And I remember thinking, a lot of this stuff I should really keep because, maybe I won't always be gifted with poetry. And I think that the thing about writing poems is that it's not, I always believe that something's in your essence is not taken away from you. It may be diminished because practice is what makes it perfect and your passion for it. But I don't know if I write as well as I used to, but because I was inspired. It's when you're young, you're 15, 16, your eyes and ears and nose are open to the world and you're just so enchanted with it, I mean, that is like the most awesome feeling in the world, to just be taken by life, just enjoying life. I love it. Love that feeling, that innocence. I miss it. It was taken away from me at around 30, at around 37 now, but around 30 by the legal system. They took away, my wonder of the world, my belief that, I'd always be protected. Because when, being raised in a family that's biracial and bicultural, and when one portion of that family, my parents divorced when I was like 12, but they've been separated since I was 10, one portion of that family is gone, and the portion that's remaining, is more of the silent type. You're raised by your mom, but you're also raised by the system, what they teach you in school, and during my time in school, for the majority of the time, I had some excellent, 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 excellent teachers. Excellent, 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 excellent teachers. And I was proud to be raised by that community. So I always thought that, when you're an American, you always have family, because even if it's not your blood family, you have the community. You have excellent teachers and accelerated and gifted programs that really have a joy for teaching and knowledge and education, outside of what's in the curriculum. They're educating you, but they're not allowed to teach some things, but they try their best to, stay within the realms and, let the world ain't what it's painted to be. But, when you're the majority of things, you're taught that way, that's how you are. But excellent teachers. I love my teachers dearly. Love my mom dearly. It's hard. And excellent community leaders. People in my community. One person, and I'll never forget him, Dalton Dale Nixon. And I'm older than he was now than when I knew him. Excellent man. How can you be so unselfish and dedicate so much time and energy to something? He wasn't doing it for the money, because I'm sure he didn't get paid a lot, but for all of the people that lived in the community that I lived in, those people that didn't have their fathers around, regardless of the situation, he was the surrogate. I had an excellent community that raised me. Excellent. What saddens me is that I erroneously applied, that love and that sense of community from those people in my neighborhood to the legal system, the justice system, the government. I thought that the same love and care, encouragement for growth that I got there would be the same thing that I got from the system. But the system is something completely different. And it scares me, and it hurts me at the same time. And the thing about it that makes it so powerful is that it's like a secret that nobody knows unless you're under the system. And if you're a part of the system, I'm sure those people don't, some of them know and think about it that way, but I'm sure the young people don't think about it that way. They're already trained that these people that are accused and whatever, they're trained to have a certain, just people in general now, I think I've trained to have a certain amount of disdain and just, so I don't know, my heart was broken immensely by the legal system, because, that's something that I was falsely led to believe, stood for righteousness. And what I'm seeing is completely the opposite. Just yesterday, walking home, I saw this big police van, going, it had to be going 70 miles an hour at least, down the main street. People could be walking. You have to excuse me. There is a termite in here. I don't know what the hell is going. Excuse my language. What's going on? Excuse me for a minute. Have to get my trusty old fly swatter here because I'm not feeling the bugs. But anyhow, I'm going to try to focus on the good, because I think there's so much bad in this world that you can honestly, I don't have to rant on it, because people can see it, you can see it. There's no way to get around it, and I don't know if it's just because of the internet. Oh, what are these termites? I don't know if it's just because of the internet and you have access to it. If it wasn't for the internet, would I still see it? Yeah, because I saw that police truck going 70 miles an hour down the street. But who are you gonna call? If they're the ones doing it, who do you call? What do you do? I don't know. But anyways, love y'all. Nice booger for y'all. How did y'all like that? But anyways, love y'all. Hope you have a good morning. I'm gonna try to get a little light exercise in. But anyways, my point is to write. Write your thoughts out. Write more than you talk. Write. And I see now they're trying to go. I don't have time. I gotta go because time limit is up.